Good afternoon, viewers, and a warm welcome back to the Key TV by Lizzie Joga. I do hope you are having a wonderful afternoon, morning, evening from wherever you're tuning in. My name is Elizabeth Joga, and I'm reporting from the beautiful city Dubai, where the temperatures are good today, and we'll be looking at the travel agents and their impact on the COVID-19. The QTV by Lizzie Joga looks at the interest and also to bring you entertainment, but the foremost and core usefulness is to empower and inform. We have walked you through since the time that the COVID-19 was declared a pandemic, and now we are entering the new phase that is called the new normal, as every department is picking up itself to embrace the uncertainty that is called the post-COVID-19. Unlike many of history's great tragedies, the coronavirus pandemic never stands us with one catastrophic event. Instead, the deadly problem quietly meandered its way around the world, devastating millions as it grew into a global pandemic that has surfaced in November 2019. Our realities shifted slowly at first, and before we knew it, the coronavirus took over completely. Borders were closed, events cancelled, and self-quarantined at home on a mass scale that saw up to 70% of humanity on quarantine. A rough figure of that would be 5 billion people all around the world were quarantined all at the same time. The travel industry, as well as most of other sectors, began to nosedive. The collective effort to save lives meant economic catastrophe, especially for the airlines and the travel and tourism industry as a whole, that profits people who basically leave home for us to get profits. In this bulletin, we cover the people who have not been noticed by you and I, but make up to 50% of your travel needs. These seemingly haven't been considered when it comes to the media attention of affected industries owing to the coronavirus pandemic. They have gone out of businesses completely, and worse still, even the cancellations of confirmed businesses. We are covering today the travel agents, as they play a key role in airline and hospitality industry in general by a very great margin. In 2019, an estimate of 50,000 accredited and ISO certified travel agents, both online and office station, booked an estimate of 300 million departure seats for airlines and over 50 million hostels, apartments all over the world. Till this point, there is no near precise estimation on the tickets of events, excursions, concerts, and general outdoor activities. Whilst the airlines are gradually getting back to operations and enjoying funding from government and bankruptcy protection across the globe, the travel agents who are immediate after airlines and hospitality industry suppliers have not been considered to play a major role when it comes to re-establishment of economies all around the world. This bulletin will contain an edited, thought-provoking conversation and the unique experiences of a travel agent with over 20 years experience in the business here inside United Arab Emirates. The Dubai-based travel agent happens to be a celebrity concierge versed in local knowledge and a personal service, with a reputation of which operated a wide range of different thematic tours, daily and multi-day trips, varieties of all-inclusive and private accommodation, luxury villas, beach apartments, individual excursions, quickly went from a star-studded lifestyle to near homelessness. He mentioned he has been working as a travel agent since when smoking and non-smoking sections existed in aircraft, when tickets were handwritten on paper and no identification was required to board. He recounts as an agent he flew on many tickets which weren't even in his names. In other words, the industry has changed drastically, and he has watched all of it, and now it has been taken away completely by the coronavirus pandemic. A time such as now, that the COVID-19 pandemic era, travel agents who are solely reliant on travel business that are working on commission surely have a huge financial crisis right now. They are among those that have no budget to tighten, as the pandemic has left them with no budget whatsoever. Veteran agents will tell you that the vast majority of their colleagues retired without warning. They think that They think that should travel and tourism grow again, it would not be reverting to what it was, but adjusting to what the world has come to, and everything they will be doing after this as far as travel is concerned is going to permanently be changed. He imagines that by about September or October of this year 2020 things may shift again, though it's a little bit hard to imagine exactly how this is going to play out. Perhaps the virus will die down, or slowly people will resume traveling. First, the corporate business travelers will do what is necessity to them, and then followed by leisure travelers who have by now lost a lot of finances in trying to contain the coronavirus, which they don't expect that anything may come to play before April 2021. Perhaps the virus will become so prevalent that staying home won't help. Perhaps people will figure they might as well ride with this thing out on the beach, somewhere warm and expensive, which he does not think will happen anytime soon. In the week where there was a drastic increase in the number of infections in Italy, the number of cancellations of people holding off on committing the trips had surged in a way that he has never experienced in his 20 years in the industry. Trips that were being worked on this coming summer are trips that clients no longer want to pay till the finality, and he knows a lot more of the future are going to be cancelled, and he's not sure if airlines are going to refund. From the time pandemic was declared, the travel agents and corporate revenue has virtually become non-existent because companies have instituted to international travel bans, and they are indefinitely defined as non-essential domestic travel. According to the Globetrotter Journal, international events for the year 2020 were Olympics, Geneva International Motor Show, the Asian Business Aviation Conference exhibition, which were all cancelled due to health concerns. These were several days gatherings which represented millions of dollars in losses to the hotel industry, to the travel industry, and basically the airlines, and the travel agents did not get a coin from the same. Everyone who concerns themselves with such conference must be feeding their pockets with emptiness because of the cancellations. This event typically draws between 20,000 and 50,000 visitors from Shanghai and other hundreds of thousands from all across the world, so the entire city will feel the effect from the windfall of losses, especially the ones that had prepared for the same. Needless to mention, each of such gatherings and conferences supports at least 20 other sectors of the wider economy. With current state of virtual meetings and conferencing all over the globe due to the health concerns, the agency fears that COVID-19 occurrence has rendered their services non-essential, not only to themselves but the entire universe, and may be outfaced completely before 2021. This was alongside other typical notifications for travel agents gets, such as volcanic eruptions, civil unrest, hurricanes, and wildfires. It used to being my job to proactively know about every disaster, to dissuade people from going to this place or that. At first, my clients were mostly indifferent to coronavirus, but now the reality has hit so hard, according to other industry players as well. More changes came forth in mid-February when academic conferences in China, Japan, South Korea were no longer happening. The Latin America, European, and African and Asian study board groups were backing out, preemptively afraid of the virus spreading. When the Center for Disease Control Prevention started warning people about the coronavirus spreading from the various continental and regional levels, which was the stopper for travel industry. Travel agents generally are not salaried staff. A vast majority of them are commission-based. Recognized economics projected that a total of 7 million will lose jobs. The projections are even worse, as much publicized percentage for the tourism industry related jobs to the high nature at-risk job ultimately could be lost to a government-induced economic freeze aimed at halting the novel coronavirus spread. There are a couple of important cautions to what calculations can be made by tourism industry based on what the first half of 2020 has been like, which don't account for workers who may drop out of labor force, thus bringing down the headline of unemployment. Right now, there is no government entity or rescue packages for the travel agencies and their workforce that amount to over 10 million accredited or recognized personnel who may not benefit from the extended unemployment stimuli. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Quarantine TV. I have been your presenter. My name is Elizabeth Njurga.